Hi, K-drama fans. We're the KThree, and if you love talking K-dramas as much as we do, you have come to the right place. This is our weekly watch list where we talk about as many K-dramas as we've watched in a given week and report to you what we're liking, loving, and dropping. Now, if you don't want to get spoiled, check out the links below. We have time code for all the shows, or we now have a new chapters in the video itself. You can just scroll along and find out which show you want to look at. So let's get started. Monday, Tuesday. Oh boy, Marisa. I did not get around to the good casting finale, but I saw one spoiler and I was really glad I didn't. Did they really kill my favorite assistant?
Yes, they did. So it was like an exercise in writing class, like loop back to the first episode. So they kind of mirrored the death of Baek Jang-mi's subordinate, right?
Yes.
And they did a couple other things that like harkened back to episode 1. Like at some point, Baek Jang-mi ends up in the same prison looking for a character that was referred to in episode 1. And it was just like, oh my God.
So it was just like a callback palooza? What?
Yeah, sort of. I don't know. It really, don't bother watching 15, 16 because honestly, it really fell apart. Which was so disappointing because it was so fun to start with. But it was like the idol storyline. Like,
tell me she did not end up with him.
Yeah. And the thing is, he didn't change. I mean, and he's like, throwing tantrums. I'm like, she doesn't want to take care of another child.
She already has a child. Why would she? Oh my God! I'm so glad I didn't watch this.
Oh my God! It was just really too bad. I mean, then they had a caper in the last couple of episodes where they just had. There was so much like Chinese, Russian, Japanese being spoken in these episodes. It was like this, tour of accents through the last couple episodes. But they did this like silly caper, which kind of went back to the way they started, but they're such bad spies. Like this is so bad. It's like, big surprise, they got caught, I don't know. It was such a bummer.
I'm so disappointed, but I'm really glad I did not sit through those 2 episodes because those, between the idol and my favorite assistant dying, I would have been like just raging at the machine. So
And then the third really big knock on the show was that there was no real romantic, or not even romantic, but like really great understanding between Baek Jang-mi and Yoon Suk-ho, Lee Sang-yeop. It just kind of like they came together, and then the final scene with them was her driving like a mad woman and him screaming in the car. It was just like, oh, this is wacky. So,
okay, well, good casting. Thanks for the memory. Next up, Monday, Tuesday, Unfamiliar Family. My Unfamiliar Family, not just Unfamiliar Family. It's a very specific Unfamiliar Family. My Unfamiliar Family. This family is a hot mess.
Is it getting too much for you?
It's teetering on too much for me, but I have to say the ending of the 2 episodes has me intrigued because I love Kim Ji-suk and I kind of really did want him with little Nuna, but I like Big Nuna, but I just don't feel it there. So I'm really happy that at the end of episode, what was it, 6?
Yeah,
it was revealed that is actually our love line. So that might keep me going.
I know. Is this a quadrangle?
Right. Yeah. There's just a lot going on. How did you feel about it? I mean, my notes literally my notes are so many question marks. It's like, wait, was this it? Wait, no, hang on. Oh yeah, nope. Huh? Really? It's just like,
I mean, for me, watching this show, I know you love like coming up with theories and figuring out that, right?
I do, yeah.
For me, I'm just like, okay, I do like all these characters. I do like how they react to things. So I'm just gonna not question who's liking who or who, because this is like this show just pivots like constantly. But I'm enjoying it. And I'm loving Han Ye-ri so much. Like there was this one line where she was like, I'm long past the age where I'll go home and sulk under a blanket over a man. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that was a great one.
That was a good one.
I think I was also horribly disappointed that Big Nuna is not going to be able to tap it with the barista.
I know, because he's gay.
Damn it. I mean, damn it. But at
I
least
was
the
like-
husband didn't, because I was really, we had a viewer, and I apologize, I did not write down your name, but we had a little bit of communication where you thought that the barista was the husband's lover, and I was like, yes, for a hot second I thought so too, but I really hope that it's not. But it was very close. Like, I feel,
yeah. But he's just a good guy.
Yeah, he's just a great guy, right?
Yeah.
And I did appreciate a lot of the talk about the fact that it was with Little Nuna, whose name I keep forgetting to write down, but she's called Little Nuna so much that that's all I remember, was talking with Kim Ji-suk's character, and they were both talking about how sad it is that people are not able to be themselves and how miserable they are. And when is society going to change and allow everybody to just be who they are and be good people? And so I really enjoyed hearing that from the two main characters.
Yeah, we see so few gay characters in Korean dramas. I mean, let alone American dramas, but like Korean dramas. So whenever there's always, social issues and lessons that can be learned, like when you put on gay characters who are real fleshed out people and not caricatures.
Right.
So yeah, it's a big deal.
It is a really big deal. We actually shouted out a small little mini one called Where Your Eyes Linger last week in our top 3. So if you want to go ahead and check out, oh my God, right?
So good.
So good. It was so freaking good. So if you want to check that out and hear what we had to say about it, we have a link. We'll put a link right there for you. But so it's just really good to see these different, the way society is changing, which is so much more positive. And that part I really, really enjoyed in the show. And the barista was just adorable. Well, I loved the part when they were driving back and they were talking about how, when you have a big sister, don't your friends always like your big sister? And don't your male friends always like your big sister? And the barista was like, nah, I didn't. Nah. And she looked at him, she's like, but you like the big brother. And he went, I was like, I loved it. Like, it was just so easy and casual and not a big deal. Like, it was just, I loved it.
I know.
So I do like many, many pieces of it. There's just a lot of them.
There is. And I'm concerned for that chat room. How many men are like hiding behind women that they
actively hate because of it?
Yes.
Like, what about the women? Like, come on.
Yeah. Do you not? Anyways. Right. But the other thing that concerns me is that they're piling so much shit on Big Nuna.
Right.
Because not only is she going through this sham of a marriage, failed IVF, the boy young man she's been flirting with is somehow involved, or she figured it out pretty quickly. I feel like his partner was right, or maybe she knew all the time.
It's possible,
right. But that she's really the big secret of the family that the younger brother, the maknae, is holding on to. I'm like, oh, this poor woman,
right? Like she's just the anvil of tragedy in this show.
I know.
And I wrote it when we was talking to the viewer when we were talking about the barista. I just need her to find happiness by the end of the show. Like, that is just that's my big goal. I just need whatever it is. I just need her to have a huge smile on her face and be happy with her life. So that's kind of what I need.
I mean, because the thing is, that's only episode 5 and 6. There's like 10 episodes to go. This is like, there's going to be so much happening.
So much happening. What do you think of the CEO? I was glad to hear that he actually broke up with the girlfriend. And so he wasn't actually cheating on her with our main lead, female lead. But I think I couldn't tell if I was creeped out by the fact that he hid his identity for over a year emailing her, or I thought it was kind of sweet. I was a little on the fence there. What were your thoughts there?
I haven't decided yet. I'm okay with.
Okay, so it's.
No, I haven't decided yet because they only just introduced that. Because here's the thing: he's still her boss.
Exactly. Right.
Like, that's problematic. And I know
problematic
that they're like romantic comedies, like The Secret Life of My Secretary and My Private Life, and there's always this boss, underling relationship that turns romantic, which is like,
it's problematic.
It is problematic, but then again, she's Lizzie Bennett, so I'm fine with that.
The fact that I was like, oh, love her even more. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I was a little like, I definitely want her with Kim Ji-suk. So I just need the CEO to go away. But I wasn't sure what
Not yet, though.
Yeah, exactly. I was on the fence on what, because I literally wrote down at one point, I think the CEO is a little creepy. Like, he's starting to weird me out. Like, he just shows up places and she says, I don't want to see you. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I know.
It makes me crazy.
Yeah, but but Shin Dong-wook is playing it. It's not like aggressive. It's not like this other show that we're watching, Dinner Mate, where my boy, we will get to that.
My boy Lee Ji-hoon is starting to make me nervous, but he's so damn sexy when he's weird and creepy. I'm so fucked up in the head, man. Anyway,
so yeah, we'll have to. I'm totally with you. I'm on the fence on that one, so we'll see how this one plays out. But
all right, I'm definitely still in. My watch list is unbelievably short now. You'll find out why as we go through the weekly watch list. But I'll definitely keep this one because I don't actively dislike this one. I enjoy it. Just sometimes there's just too much data coming at me, and I'm just like, I just want to focus on this story for like 5 minutes, and so maybe
I know there's so many switcheroos because the thing is, for me, it's like kind of moved from secrets into people using each other as emotional crutches,
right?
Like even the kids who work for Kim Ji-suk, like it's just like, and I don't know if you kind of distill down how we are as people and how we use each other, then they've like souped it all into this one show.
They really have. It's like a big cauldron of emotional chaos. Oh, here, you get a bullet, you get a bullet, and you get it's like, oh, okay. Maybe that's why the show overwhelms me a little bit. I'm like, I know. I just want one bowl. So the show, I just want one. And it's giving me like 6. But yeah. So I am intrigued. Okay, cool. Next up, Dinner Mate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Marisa. I
can't with him.
I can't. He's ridiculous. He's so swoon-worthy. It's beyond words. Can you imagine that coming at you in any way, shape, or form? I would just
that end of episode 7, which she had left him. She broke up with him, and then he appears in front of her apartment at the car, crossing the street. Who was just like, it was too much.
It was crazy. I was like, what is happening right now? Like, I don't even get it. Like, I mean, he's attractive, sure, but there's something about his aura that there's something that is so magnetic that I was just like, Jesus.
Because it wasn't even like this laser focus. It was just like, because he looked to check if he was going to get hit by a car.
Just a casual man crossing the street.
Oh my God. I can't. Ladies, Ajimos.
Right.
You have to jump on this show if you have not started it yet.
You have not started it yet.
It's the smartest thing you will do all year. All year. Swear.
And he's an adult. Like, I think I love that the most.
And so is she.
So is she, but he's like a full-fledged adult. Like, he's a 70s baby adult.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hi. Whew.
And he's so adorable. When he texted her and she wasn't responding, and he was coming up with all of these like scenarios where she got hit by, a truck of doom, or she was kidnapped. It was
oh my God. That was one of my notes this week. I think what makes him so attractive to me, obviously a very attractive man, but I think what takes it over the edge for me is his sense of fun. And almost all the shows I've watched him in, and I haven't watched a lot of his older dramas where they were like the mellows or anything like that. I've watched The Player, and I watched part of The Great Show, and now this one. And I think I watched a couple of episodes of Black when I first got started, and it was just too weird for me. But I think I'm going back now because I'm having a lot of withdrawal symptoms. Anyway, but he's just that sense of
not
fun
enough
that he had. No, God, no, never. Right now, there's never enough.
Never enough.
There's just a sense of fun that he seems to have, and he doesn't seem to take himself that seriously. And I think that's all those things combined is what makes him such an enjoyable actor for me to watch. And so it makes him so like ridiculously hot. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, with that being said, on the other side of the spectrum, Hyun, fucking psychopath.
Stalker, psycho, crazy guy, which I much prefer to the touching the heart because of some mystery medical ailment. Because what was that show? 9 Billion Woman?
Oh, 9.9 billion woman. Yeah. He was nuts. And I loved it. Loved it. And so I'm embarrassed how much I love him when he's got a little bit of edge to him. And because I've been doing, I'm prepping the Scorpio Astro Corner, I realized he was a Scorpio, which is where that comes in. He's got that Scorpio, like, delicious. We all know Jen really digs that. And we know Marisa really digs that. We at the K3 love some scorpionic energy.
No kidding.
So he's got that. So I think when he plays that kind of, weepy, like that's just not, that's not who he really is. No. I think who he is that Scorpio, like, I will stalk you till the end of your days. And I'm like, and it's just, it's like, oh, you're terrifying. But from afar, it's like, yes.
I know. It's all wrong, but
so wrong.
We love it.
In a TV show, delicious.
TV show.
Right, exactly.
Yes. Oh,
if he was like that in real life, he'd be completely canceled. As an actor,
no kidding.
I love it. Oh, so much.
We have this is such an amazing group cast. I love all these characters. Like Seo-jae. I love her even more because when she's hurt and vulnerable, she's not weepy and over the top and just like, I mean, she's curled up in a ball, but you're like, oh, that's me. I've been there.
That's relatable. And I think something that we don't talk about enough when we talk about this show is how much I appreciate the fact that this relationship, we were in episodes 7 and 8, and this relationship has grown out of a friendship. And it's not this, that, you know, I feel like sometimes the overwrought love at first sight, fate. I mean, obviously we have fate and destiny. We have that happening here, but it's more of a slow build. And I love the fact that they're laying this amazing foundation for a relationship. And so I feel like the back half is going to be so satisfying now that we know, now everybody knows who everybody is pretty much.
Yeah, finally, right?
Right. But I mean, as much as I complained about that getting here, I do really enjoy the fact that this relationship is like really an adult and equals. And I think I love that so much.
Right.
I mean, that was one of the things that we loved about Hyena, was that we had two equals and they were always butting heads, but we loved the fact that neither one of them, you know, I mean, obviously, Jungkook had higher status, but Muni J never was like really angry about that. Like he just wanted to match her. And I think that that's kind of what we're getting here. And I'm really digging the fact that they're equals. And I love that so much.
I'm loving the other storylines too. Like her boss,
yes,
Ye Ji-won, and the homeless former psychiatrist, doctor, mentor to Song Sun.
Like that was an interesting reveal. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yes, and I like, because we didn't know, they dropped a hint that he somehow knew Lee Ji-hoon's character.
Yes, and knew he was dangerous, right?
Yes.
Oh,
love that.
Yeah.
Love that. They weren't long lost brothers, cousins,
right?
You know, something, he raised him. None of that.
Right.
It's he knows he's a bad guy.
It was great. I loved it so much.
Let's go back to Song Sun-un for a minute.
Right?
There was this moment where he was really upset, so he went to the coffee shop and got the most like fruity, chocolatey, whipped creamy drink he could get, like just like her. I'm like, oh, he's so right? Like he's
tongue-tied. Right? Like I mean, let's just break it down. And this character, because we have no idea what Sung Sung-un actually is in real life. But this character is ridiculously good looking, right?
Yeah.
He is got a good career.
Hunk, right?
Total hunk, right? But he's also kind. And
he's a
psychiatrist, and he takes care of people, and he cooks, and he has emotions.
Empathetic. He understands them. Right. He's not a brain surgeon who's going to save your life because he's the smartest, most clever, most talented brain surgeon in all of South Korea.
Of brain surgery.
No, he's a shrink. With a mother with abandonment issues.
Right? And I was so happy that he finally shut down the ex because she's still insufferable. I just don't even care anymore. But yeah.
Yeah.
I love these
she's that character is the weak link. And then casting a 22-year-old, again, not great. Because against all these other adults in the room, you've got a very young woman who, is a talented actress, but this is the wrong the wrong dynamic.
So, wrapping up this week's everyone knows who everybody is, and our therapist chef shows up and agrees to do the show. We got the exes there, we got the currents there, we got all sorts of shenanigans happening. So, as Marisa said earlier, if you're not on this show, you should get on it now because it's so fun and satisfying and squee worthy. It's just squee all day.
Yes.
So yes. All right. Wednesday, Thursday. Oh my baby. Oh my God.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm done. I'm done.
Really?
Listen,
it's a drop.
It's a drop. I really appreciate what they're trying to do in this show to show both sides of the baby scenario for women. Some women who just want to be married and be devoted to their partners and live a life of being able to do whatever you want and drop whatever is going on and go travel or just be there for each other. Like, I love showing both sides of that coin of what women can do with their lives. Love that aspect of it. What is killing me and why I'm dropping it is the men in her life are just what they've done to Park Byung-eun's character is so enraging. I just can't. Like, they made him into this almost stalker-esque type character because he feels that because he is in love with her, he should be her choice, even though she has repeatedly let him know under no circumstances is he her choice. But he keeps trying to dissuade her from Go June, and it's just becoming this again. It's kind of like good casting. It went from being this fun examination of women and their choices in how they want their lives to be regarding parenthood or partnership or whatever that is, and it's just become this emotional slog of and even mom's my favorite character in it, but even she's like, I don't know who to choose for her. Well, Mom, it's not really your choice. But right. Mom keeps giving Park Byung-eun's character makes him think he's even an option when he's not an option at all. And so it's just this whole, and then all this overwrought emotion because we have finally, Go Jun's character finally tells Jang Hari that he's infertile. And then it's just this moment where oh God, they've been dating a month and, and they're going to stick it out together and we're in love and we're going to do infertile treatments for as long as it takes. Now, mind you, he was in a relationship with a woman for 17 years and they tried it for 3 months and they broke up. But a woman he's been with for a month, he's going to, Now, mind you, I think the ex-girlfriend bailed on him after 3 months, but I'm just there's just so many issues where I'm just I can't. And they're two fully grown adults. Go Jun's character is in his 40s. Jang Nara's character is late 30s, which is why this whole pregnancy thing is a huge issue. And they're acting like teenagers who've never had sex before. And I'm just I can't with you, show.
Oh my God.
I'm very disappointed because I did a lot of things that were going on in it. But when you find yourself fast forwarding through entire storylines, you're this is bad. This is a bad plan. This is not going well. And so I got to the end. I was I'm going to give it to the end of episode 12 and just be able to say that I gave it as much as I could, but I just do not have another 13, 14. I don't have another 4. I don't have 2 more weeks of, I just don't. I don't care.
Well, that's disappointing.
I already know where and that's the other thing. On top of everything else, it took us to the end, episode 11 for anyone to mention to her or even to bring it up. Adoption.
Oh my God.
It's the first time it was even mentioned. I'm what? I've been writing in my notes every week, waiting for someone to mention adoption. This is a viable option. And then she runs through all these reasons why they won't let her adopt. But I'm but Oh, okay. But you have
come
endometriosis, and you can't get pregnant. So
I think that qualifies. And
I
as
think
we know from K-dramas, there are an awful lot of orphanages in Dramaland.
So I'm just kind of like, so for all the good things that they do bring up, and I do love about it, there's so many places where I'm just like, I can't. So, oh my baby. Bye-bye.
Oh, well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And the highlight of Wednesday, Thursday, Mystic Pop-Up Bar. Marisa, I love this show so much. And we unfortunately came to the sad realization that there's only 1 week left. I thought this was a 16 episode show.
Me too.
Only 12.
I know. We can't count. We're so disappointed.
I know, so disappointed. But oh my God, I love this show so much. iQIYI is, he's the best. I love him so much. I was so heartbroken for him to find out that he's only been with her for a year.
I know. His loyalty is amazing. He loves her so much. It's so good. It's so good.
And Yuksung Jae's puppy energy is the best. Like, he is just full floppy-eared, over-big puppy who thinks he's a lap dog energy all day long.
It's just little ducky t-shirt or whatever he was wearing.
God,
that was so adorable how
so adorable.
Wolju and Chief iQIYI were trying to like put him together with the security guard and make him look sexy and like manly, which he's not. He's total puppy energy.
Oh my God. But, it was so amazing.
Just this whole family is
oh my God. It's so good. And then mom, the Crown Prince's mom came back, which I'm embarrassed to admit this deep into the show. That's where I got a little hazy with the original story. I didn't realize it was the Queen Mother that needed help. I thought she was the Crown Princess. I only realized that it was that the Crown Prince wasn't married, I think last week. So I was like, oh, this is scandalous on every level. Not nearly as scandalous as I thought. So I was like,
but scandalous still. Did we know that he committed suicide?
No.
Yeah, so that was a big lots of revelations this week.
Right. And then he beheaded this evil spirit who ate his dad. Like,
I know.
Whoa.
So, that evil spirit, little too powerful, but whatever.
Yeah, right?
Makes the story more interesting because you have to have a bad guy carrying them through the end. So,
and I feel like I do appreciate that the evil spirit's bad guy has been alluded to, and we've gotten little pieces, but he hasn't overwhelmed the story. And so I'm really happy with that because I have enjoyed the story of kindness and goodness and all of that we've gotten. Question for you. So, I like to be like, I think, because we've already alluded to mom being here somewhere. What do you think about, I think mom might be the conception dream fairy. I
don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
All right. I just felt iQIYI was like, kept saying to me, you know her. Why would you do this? And she's like, because I know her as well as I do. That's why I did this. Like, there seemed to be some very familiarity in that conversation that wasn't like, it wasn't like a full reveal, but I feel like they gave us some. Anyway.
Could be.
I could be completely wrong, but I love to guess. It's what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was so happy that we officially got word. It's official. iQIYI is the Crown Prince. Yes.
Some of you figured that out pretty early on. Very clever of you.
It was very clever. I have to admit, I was like, he's got to be here somewhere, but iQIYI didn't originally think it was him. So glad it's him though.
Yes.
I can't wait to figure out, because clearly our little family is going to have to be saved. And so I'm very curious as to what that final dynamic is, because obviously we'll do giving up her reincarnation for her child, which we all still think is a theory out there, which I think right now is a pretty good theory. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And we found out that the reason she's been doing this is because her son, because when she killed the tree, got infested with all of the bad juju from the tree dying. Is that what, did I understand that correctly? And so he had a bunch of lifetimes of tragedy until she saved a million souls or 100,000 souls.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's right.
Did I understand that correctly?
I think so, yeah.
And so that's why, I don't know. I know. Lazy. That's a lazy. I know,
because
there.
Yeah, because what we got a few episodes ago was her looking up from the scroll, with our underworld ruler, who we don't see enough of. I hope we see more of her.
Right.
But yeah, so that was the explanation.
Right. So I feel like as she has basically dedicated her life to saving her unborn child, and then unbeknownst to her, agreeing to just go to the pits of hell for her child, and then iQIYI saying, no, I'll go to hell. I feel like something in the whole sacrifice of it all is going to wipe the slate clean for our happy little family.
Because they're all sacrificing for each other.
Yes. So that better be the ending, because I will. If this is a tragic ending, I'm going to be really unhappy.
Oh my God.
I don't feel like they set us up for a tragic ending now.
I have to say that it hasn't really happened. I feel like I haven't seen that in K-dramas for a while. I know, I think before we started watching, that was very common.
Right. And
boom, someone dies episode 16.
I feel like the last one, well, obviously Misty, because there's still Misty Rage.
Oh, that's right.
And I think Mr. Sunshine were the last two I remember really feeling there was visceral rage out there in the land. So
My Country, there's that too. And I'm wrong. Clearly I'm wrong. There's still too much death in episode 16.
But I felt like their death in episode 16 was earned more.
Yeah, I mean, this is a comedy,
right?
Dramedy, whatever you want to call it.
I feel like one of them going to hell for eternity just does not seem to fit our show, right?
No.
But I'm always scared. I'm always scared. But
I know.
Oh, this show is so freaking good.
It's so good. Jen, all I want to do is go with you to South Korea and go to a tent roll and go to a pop-up tent and eat an egg roll. And so this is so
happening. Once someone figures out how this COVID thing is going to finally go away, we are going, Marisa.
No, we're getting on a plane.
We were supposed to be packing right now, but it'll be okay. It's going to be okay. Maybe next year, but we're going to still talk K-dramas until then and figure out our itinerary with all the locations we're going to go to just for you.
I know.
It's going to be so good.
We have to put the supermarket on the list.
Exactly, right? So many places to go. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
This show is so good.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But before we get started,
you need to like this channel, please, and comment below because we love chatting with you so much. Clearly, we have lots of thoughts. We know you do too. Thoughts. So subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified because we have so much good stuff coming up. Oh,
so much good stuff. And also because of the YouTube weird algorithm, all of that little bit helps us and helps us be able to grow the channel. So thank you for all your help with all of that. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This seems like a weird pivot. Backstreet Rookie. It was unwatchable. I watched it the entire time yelling it's unwatchable.
So we watched the first 2 episodes because we do love Ji Chang-wook. He's one of our favorites.
Absolutely.
But this show, I'm sorry. Look, I know we're Ajumas. I know we're a little older. Maybe we need more from a story other than just running around. But there are problems with this show.
Problems. Big problems. Yeah.
Okay. Racial stereotypes.
Oh my God.
This is not, this is the time we need to listen and learn and grow and not make these same mistakes that perpetuate racism. And so having a character with dreadlocks and the horrible stereotypes that you're putting out there is just wrong. And it's racist and you need to stop.
Yeah. Just a full stop. Once that character showed up, I was like, I already hated this show. I just want to stop watching. But just because I did want to give it a chance, but maybe see if there was some pivot on it. I did finish the 2 episodes, but it's just, if you're going to be racist and just inappropriate, why do I want to sit through more episodes of that?
Right. There's also a problem with her in this Lolita character.
Right?
and she was a teenager when she kissed him. He plays a 30-year-old man in this, 32-year-old man.
I'm not sure.
It's like, it's just, that's inappropriate and weird.
Right. I think that just everything about the show just made me go like, ooh, oof, oof, oh, like it was just every and again, we like Ji Chang-wook. I want to support him, but because we don't like the show doesn't mean that we don't like Ji Chang-wook, because there is a lot of hate going on Twitter right now that if you say anything against the show that you're anti-Ji Chang-wook. I'm not anti-Ji Chang-wook. I'm anti maybe his management for picking, in my opinion, bad choices for him when he's a much better actor.
Yeah, this show is not worthy of who he is.
So, I mean, yeah, that's about all I have to say about it. Like inappropriate, racist, and just not, it's just uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
So, bye-bye. See ya. Hard pass. But one that is not a hard pass. Oh my God. It's okay to not be okay. Was one of the most beautiful first episodes. And I mean, visually and emotionally, I have watched it in my memory. It was exquisite.
The animation, the visuals, those cherry blossoms.
Oh yeah.
It was gorgeous. And I'm so surprised because the director, the last show he did was Encounter, which was, solid drama, and also Jealousy Incarnate, solid drama, but this magical approach.
Yes. Like an actual, I feel like I'm actually in a storybook. It's just so, it's just mesmerizing. Like I didn't want to leave. It was so freaking good. Like it was
beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to watch the first episode of It's Okay to Not Be Okay and then go and watch Backstreet Rookie. I was like,
God.
It's so jarring. It's so jarring. It's so jarring. I mean, it was just so great. Her styling is magnificent. And you know me, I'm not really a fashion kind of gal like you are, Marisa, but her styling is so on point. It is
beautiful.
It's just so dramatic and amazing. And her whole countenance is just so.
Oh, I know. Our goth witch thing that she has working. I love her. She's my new spirit animal. She's and the way she frightened that child. Oh my God.
Oh my God, it was so fantastic. I loved it. It was just such a great first episode. I will say this. I found the second episode to be a little messy.
Really? I have not watched it yet because today we're shooting this on Sunday. And this is a Saturday, Sunday show. So really, okay.
A little bit messy. Not bad to the point where I'm like, ooh, but just a little messy. Especially since we're dealing with someone who's on the autistic spectrum. And so it was just, they had this bit where he goes to the book signing. So they go to the book signing and the brother's in line. And the brother, Oh Jung-se, who's just doing a beautiful job. Like, I'm in love with the brothers so much already. It's ridiculous. I love them so much. So he goes and sees a little boy dressed up as a dinosaur, and he loves dinosaurs. So he approaches the little boy and starts talking about dinosaurs. And the parents are so mean to him. And they, like, push him down. And the dad ends up grabbing his hair, which causes him to have a meltdown. And, like, this whole thing happens. And obviously the brother comes running. So Kim Soo-hyun comes running and takes care of him. And it's beautiful. And then our queen witch comes down and she does the whole thing where she's like, do I help? Do I not help? Do I help? And she comes down and she kind of helps. But then the rest of the episode is about how she cursed out two of her fans, but never about how these two fans treated this man who wasn't harming them in any way, shape, or form, or their child. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just, I feel like so that was my biggest problem with it, because clearly they're trying to say it's okay to not be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be, and so I feel like but I felt like this, I was like, there really was a moment here that you could have spoken to that.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, like, behind the scenes how this works, but you know, maybe a consultant who works in mental health can help you craft a storyline that can really shift opinions of the entire country and culture.
Yeah. And
just saying.
That's what I'm saying when it's a little messy, where it's like, you know, the brother was very kind and took care of his brother and everything was okay. And, you know, and so that relationship is beautiful, but the way the general public is responding is like this woman who did kind of like, she ended up grabbing the guy's hair and the guy screamed out. He's like, see, when someone grabs your hair, you scream out too. And so she was a raging bitch about it, which was chef's kiss kind of like, it was kind of a lovely like bit, but I felt, it was a little messy. It was a little messy.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's also got some stalkery tendencies as well. But yeah.
Great.
But again, we've got that, you know, they knew each other as children. Yes. So, you know, we've already kind of set that up. And we've now all ended up, it looks like we're all going to end up in the hospital, the OK, Kinchana, it's okay to be okay hospital.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And with Jang Young Nam.
Yes. Love her.
I mean, this whole cast is so amazing. Like, I literally, my first three notes were like, love this animation. And then I just squeed about all the co-stars. Like, I was like,
so good.
Baek Ji-joo as the driver. And then Jang Young Nam as the nurse. And then his best friend, who is just a nugget that we see all the time. And that is Ji-dong. Yeah.
Yes, he's always, he was just in The King as the secretary. So that was to the prime minister, but also Kim Joo-hun as her publisher.
Yes.
Yes. So the last time we saw him was in Romantic Doctor Teacher Kim 2 as the doctor that came in to take over. Yes. And that hospital set, I texted you, I'm like, that hospital set is the Romantic Doctor Teacher Kim 2 set. They just brightened, you know,
I
got a paint job.
I can't unsee it now. I keep waiting for Kim Seo-boo to come around the corner. Save someone. I'm like, what's happening?
That would be cool.
I love it. I would love it. I need him to make a cameo.
We do.
Yeah. Here's my question for you. Because
everything.
It has everything, right? My question for you though is I feel like everybody's performance is very understated, which is lovely with the theme, except for Kim Joo-hun. He just seems a little hysterical to me. And so I'm just kind of like, let's bring it down about 4 notches, dude. Like,
really? Well, so I haven't watched episode 2 yet because in episode 1, I was just kind of getting over the fact that the last time we saw him, he was such an uptight prick. That this time, I'm like, he's kind of loose and, you know, like.
Yeah. I mean, and again, I did enjoy seeing it, but sometimes I just feel like he's, again, in a different show. Like, he's in one of those, he'd fit in really well in Backstreet Rookie, where everyone's screaming all the time. You're just like, what is happening right now?
There always has to be one, I guess.
Right. And so I do like him though, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I'm really curious to hear what you have to say after episode 2. Her dress at the end of episode 2.
Really?
Oh my God, Marisa. Oh my God. I dream of being able to pull off that dress because it is so. I don't even like dresses, and I dream to pull off a dress like that.
Between her gorgeous wardrobe and her shoes
and her nails, all people should love that. Her nails are amazing.
The funny thing is, I had just bought this new dark navy nail polish, and I was like, "Oh, I think I'm on the right track."
Yes.
And then her fascination with knives, which is just.
It's so.
I love her. I love her.
I love her. It's amazing. It's an amazing character. So I'm really excited to see that.
I just have to say the children's books are so fantastic. And because I remember when my daughter was younger, we had a bunch of these kind of Tim Burton-esque, or Chris Grimley is another children's author. These really kind of goth the storylines are a little darker, and they're like, you know what, kids, they get it. They totally get it.
Absolutely.
And I just love how where their characters are going is in that first story. It's not just who they were, but like, or not, that you need these bad things to have happened to you because grow. you need to take them, and that's how you will grow and find happiness. Right. So I'm like, if this is our next, you know, if these are the 16 episodes, it's going to be amazing.
And so that's what I'm looking forward to. Like I said, there was just that one little, maybe not little, but that one misstep that I kind of was like, tell me we're going to address this at some point. because
I know. It can't be like another 14 episodes of like an incident where he's so misunderstood. I mean, at this point in what we know about the autism spectrum, that's crazy.
Like I just the reaction of these parents just right off the boat. I was just like, you clearly, this man is different. So instead of maybe yelling at him, maybe have a conversation with him, or he's just talking about the dinosaur. Like maybe talk to him about the dinosaurs, and maybe, you know, instead of making your child fearful of it, you know, and then they just pushed him and he got knocked down. It was horrible. It was awful. It was awful, Marisa. And so that was, for as much as I loved so much of it, like this scene was just kind of like, massive missed opportunity to maybe open up some people's eyes and, you know, again, be a little kinder to each other.
Well, I'm just hoping that they're showing you how horrible people are, and then in the next few episodes, we're going to see like an acceptance of people who are differently abled.
Exactly. And so that's why I'm not, you know, I'm not kind of like, right. But so I'm they've kind of left room to make that a little bit better.
Yeah. Because the show is smart about so many other things that we hope that it will rise to.
Exactly. So, but oh my gosh. So it was so good. So visually amazing.
That's
just
right.
So visually stunning.
Which leads into our top 3 moments of this week.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh my God. I mean, come on. That open stop motion animation.
It was beautiful. It was dark. It was just beautifully rendered.
Oh, it was just
so well done.
It was extraordinary. If you don't even watch the show, but go and find this open somewhere and just watch it, because it is exquisite. It's beautiful.
The crows, the fish, just her eyes.
The beautiful. Big eyes and the hair.
Beautiful.
Oh God, it was just gorgeous. So if this show is not your cup of tea at all, but you want to see some amazing just craftsmanship, go and watch the open to It's Okay to Not Be Okay. It's amazing. And number 2, KOCOWA the Crown Prince.
Yes, Mystic Pop-Up Bar, Chief KOCOWA.
Oh. Come on, that was so beautiful.
Right, to carry his love for her into the afterlife.
And then he had to work as a officer in the afterlife police force for 500 years to get just 1 year with her. He's finally got his reward. He could have gone off and being reincarnated, and they said, "What did you want?" He wants, "I want to go run the bar with Wolju." I got so happy. So it's beautiful.
Yes.
And number 3.
Crash Landing on You.
My God.
What do you call it? I don't know. Like dropped in to dinner mate.
I don't know if it was a parody or a shout out or what you call it, but it was just so.
It was perfect.
Perfect. Down to the point where she named herself Dan. And then the other producers started shouting out Lee Jae-hook's name. I was like, oh my God, they actually are not even like being subtle about it. Like they're actually talking about the show. It was so freaking good.
I know. It was like meta on top of meta. It was just so satisfying.
So freaking satisfying.
I know.
It was just, it's so good. It's so good. You know, I mean, overall, it's a really great week of K-dramas. For sure.
I have to say. Yeah.
All right, you guys. So just a quick teaser. We are working on our top Netflix binges coming to you soon, because we're all doing the shelter in place thing. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you're reminded as soon as it lands. And if you want to see some of the other fun things that we've talked about, astrology, maybe some lists, you can go ahead and check them out right here. And until then, we're the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Marisa, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.